On the news tonight, President Muhammadu Buhari calls for unity and solidarity of all on the occasion of Eid al-Fitr. Gas explosion claims 6 lives in Abeokuta. Plus, NDLEA nabs Lagos drug barons, seizes cocaine worth millions of naira. Hello, good evening, and thanks for joining us on Channel 12 News tonight. My name is Idarisit Adedo. President Muhammadu Buhari sends his best wishes to all Nigerians and Muslims across the globe as they mark the Eid al-Fitr following the completion of the month of fasting. In a statement signed by the President Buhari says, "On this blessed occasion, I wish that the Eid festival brings with it peace, safety, security, brotherhood, and love amongst all. Unity and solidarity among all citizens, Muslims and Christians, are imperative, especially at a time when our country is faced with multiple challenges, which are surmountable only when we come together as one." According to the President, it is worthy and delightful to see Christians breaking fast and in some instances extending goodwill and gift to Muslims faithful during the Ramadan. This model also shown through with Muslim groups joining Christian festivals. These are practices that promote brotherhood and forgiveness, he says. President Buhari also urges Nigerians to continue to observe all COVID-19 prevention measures and celebrate responsibly during the holidays. The Speaker House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, has urged Nigerians, especially Muslims, to use the period of Eid al-Fitr and pray for the country to overcome her challenges. The Speaker said after supplications during the month of Ramadan, it was incumbent on Muslims to pray that the Almighty Allah brings peace to our land. He said Nigeria faces challenges at the moment, which is why as citizens we should pray to our Creator for solutions, even as leaders try their best to address the issues. Gbajabiamila congratulated Nigerian Muslims for the successful completion of fasting in the holy month of Ramadan, praying that Allah would accept their acts of ibadah during the period. In a statement by his special advisor on media and publicity, Lanre Lasisi, the Speaker called on Muslims to ensure peaceful coexistence with their neighbors. He said the Islamic religion emphasizes peace, which is why every Muslim must be peaceful in their conduct wherever they find themselves. Gbajabiamila wished all Muslims a peaceful Salah celebration, calling on vigilance and caution while celebrating. And moving on, the Nigerian Police Force has ordered a nationwide deployment of police officers and other operational assets of the force for watertight security during and after the Eid al-Fitr celebration. A statement by the Force Public Relations Officer, Frank Mba, indicates that the order is contained in a directive to Assistant Inspectors General of Police, Commissioners of Police, and other strategic commanders of the force as part of efforts towards stabilizing the security and improving public safety. The Acting Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, notes that the force is equally upscaling its collaboration with the military and other law enforcement agencies in both intelligence sharing and other target-oriented missions and operations. Meanwhile, the Acting Inspector General of Police felicitates with Muslim faithful as they mark this year's Eid al-Fitr. He urged them to internalize their virtues and teachings of Ramadan in their day-to-day endeavors, admonish all Nigerians to imbibe the spirit of obedience to the laws of the land. And in related developments, the Commissioner of Police, Ogun State, CP Edward Ajogun, has equally ordered a watertight security across the length and breadth of the state. A statement by the public relations officer of the command, Abimbola Oyeyemi, indicates that the command has deployed all its tactical team, such as anti-kidnapping unit, anti-cultist unit, as well as SWAT, to embark on aggressive patrol of nooks and corners of the state in order to ensure that no ugly incident is recorded before, during, and after the celebration. The statement also puts all the area commanders and DPOs on red alert to nip in the bud any ugly incident that might want to rear its ugly head in their areas. The CP has also directed the bomb disposal units of the command to comb all the prayer grounds and recreation centers across the state. The CP, while felicitating with Muslims in the state for successful completion of the fasting, enjoined all to always be good ambassadors of Islam by maintaining peace at all times. He also appealed to the general public not to hesitate to alert the police if any strange movement or gathering is noticed in their area, because security is everybody's business. In the spirit of Ramadan, a group supporting President Muhammadu Buhari, Baba for All, has flagged off the distribution of bags of rice to residents across the 16 local government areas of Kwara State. Damilola Balogun has details.
Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak officially kickstarted the exercise with symbolic presentation of some bags of rice to the beneficiaries, who are mostly vulnerable people. Governor Abdurrahman noted the president's developmental strides in spite of the meager resources available to his administration. The state coordinator of Buhari for All and the business mogul, Jani Ibrahim, said the food distribution was designed to promote the good works of the present administration at the grassroots. He called that President Buhari rolled out different social investment programs to mitigate the effect of hardship on the downtrodden, and lauded the state government for being on the same page with the federal government in its poverty alleviation programs.
This is a very important aspect of Ramadan. That during Ramadan, you help the underprivileged, the sick, the people who don't have the means. So it's a month of sacrifice. And we're using that, to promote the good deeds of Mr. President.
Some beneficiaries lauded the gesture.
I think it's a very wonderful idea. It's a very wonderful development.
We are happy with this gesture. God bless them.
They, however, appealed to wealthy individuals in the country to join the crusade. According to the group, about 25,000 residents of the state are being targeted to benefit from the gesture so as to celebrate the Eid al-Fitr in a joyous mood. Damilola Balogun, NTA News.
In another development, a gas explosion which occurred this afternoon at Ikana area of Abeokuta has claimed 6 lives. Anthony Gandon visited the scene of the explosion and brought back the report.
That was the mood of sympathizers and residents of Ikana area of Agoba, Abeokuta, where the gas explosion claimed 6 lives. Eyewitness accounts claimed that carelessness on the part of a man who was filling a deep freezer with gas inside a shop where a generating set was working outside and cooking on the firewood was simultaneously taking place. They said the accident might have occurred when the gas attracted the fire and exploded.
So we heard that there was a gen running outside, there was a fire, another fire outside, then they were running the gas out inside. So the gas exploded, catching the gen, catching the fire. So that's what we heard that exploded.
You can see the at least 2 women and 3 men, 1 children. All of them have died. They just rushed the first 3 to hospital, but they have died.
When NTA got to the area, 3 corpses of the victims were seen lying on the floor, while 3 others were said to have been taken to the mortuary. Police officers from Ibara Division and the State Fire Service operatives were on ground to provide security and rescue services. In Abeokuta, Anthony Gandon, NTA News.
And you're still on to Channel 12 News. More news after the break. Please stay with us.
We don't come to improve life.
Empire tún ti dé o, kò lọ́bì kankan. Empire yìí ètò ìjọba orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà láti gbógun ti àìníṣẹ́ àti òṣì. Ní ìpasẹ̀ Empire ní ìjọba Muhammadu Buhari ti ṣe ìpèsè fún àwọn ọ̀dọ́ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Ìyẹn nìkan kọ́, àwọn ètò mìíràn wà fún tọmọdé tàgbà. Ìlọsíwájú ti bá Nàìjíríà yálà nípa ètò ilé ẹ̀kọ́, iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ àti ètò ìlera. Ó tó 700 nínú àwọn ọ̀dọ́ orílẹ̀-èdè wa yìí tí wọ́n ti jẹ àǹfààní Empire. Kò sì tán síbẹ̀ nítorí ètò náà ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Tó bá fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ nípa ètò yìí, kàn sí wa lórí íńtánẹ̀tì ní www.npa.fmnds.gov.ng láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìrìn àjò yìí kúrò nínú ìṣẹ́ àti àìníṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́.
Ajaye go gym. You won't go shake your body. Instead, they make it calm down. If the form say you sabi, you want to grow 6 packs in a day. I beg you not to pass your power. You want to show yourself. Ajaye. Who can stop this matter?
Whatever your size, find it with the new Airtel data plans. Dial *141# now to get the plan that suits you. Airtel, the smartphone network. Imagine the joy that fills your heart when you have just given birth. Whatever your size, we got you.
What of the grandmother? Mama, why did you baby?
With our Buy Right chat, you can get the best mattress that goes with your body weight. Don't just buy a mattress, buy a Vitafoam mattress.
The name of the baby is Stella.
Vitafoam, the fine art.
Welcome back and thank you for staying tuned. As part of efforts to curb the excesses of commercial motorbike riders, the Federal Capital Territory is to commence the registration of motorbike riders linked with their national identification numbers, NIN, for easy identification. Guests on Good Morning Nigeria agree that the states must come up with more proactive measures, not just to certify riders, but equally come up with stringent punitive measures for traffic rule violations by motorbike riders and owners. Lydia Sampson.
That commercial motorbike riders feel a gap in transport system in the rural areas is not in doubt. However, their continuous aggravation of insecurity in the country, key players agree, cannot be ignored. The unruly behavior of some motorbike riders, which prompted a ban on commercial motorbike operation in parts of the country, key players says is not enough.
Who is going to be registered? Is this the owner of this bike or is this the rider? In some cases, we're having a lot of challenges. There was a time we impounded over 1,155 motorbikes. And I assured you, out of that 1,155 motorbikes, more than 700 are not registered completely.
The state government, through the Board of Internal Revenue and their VIO, register vehicles and then license drivers and riders. However, the FRSC takes the data so that we can have a national data.
They urge state governments to up their game to nip infiltration of unregistered motorbikes in their states to reveal criminal elements hiding under commercial motorbike operation to perpetrate crimes.
75% of motorcycles have not registered. The plate number that you used to give, they used to give to a motorcycle, that is the one that they are giving tricycle as of now. In terms of the new development that say the VIO are ready to partner. We are ready to partner with them so that to register our members. We are the one that used to disturb them.
We are already having a handshake with the NIMC, so that we can be able to get that information seamlessly as we are trying to register you. Even if you don't even have the name, you can be able to do it and then ensure that it is hooked to your registration so that you can be identified. And I think that
Give honor to whom honor is due came to play when the Boys Brigade Nigeria First Calabar Municipal Company appointed Mrs. Elizabeth Iwuga as the organization's patron in recognition of her numerous contributions in the organization. Odi Aleyo reports that the organization also gave a posthumous award to her late father, His Royal Highness Etienne Okon Awat, whose legacies Elizabeth Iwuga has promised to uphold.
Mrs. Elizabeth Iwuga, who was unavoidably absent, was appointed and inducted in absentia, while the posthumous award in honor of her late father, Etienne Okon Awat, was presented to Princess Akun Iso, who represented her at the event. She appreciated the Boys Brigade Nigeria First Calabar Municipal Company for recognizing her and her family with the appointment and the award, and promised to ensure that the family's legacies remain indelible.
This recognition indeed is much appreciated because it has proven that the numerous contributions of my late father to the development of Boys Brigade Nigeria and the Presbyterian Church at large did not go unnoticed.
The organizing secretary, Boys Brigade Nigeria First Calabar Municipal Company, and other officials congratulate the newly appointed patron and describe the posthumous award to her late father as a well-deserved feat.
You will look at your services at the company, battalion, and group council. Any award in the Boys Brigade, you must merit it.
I appreciate my newly decorated patron, Mrs. Elizabeth Iwuga, for stepping into her late father's shoe.
The appointment and enrollment service is carried out once in a decade by the Boys Brigade Nigeria, a humanitarian organization of the Presbyterian Church of Nigeria. In Calabar, Ode Alenyo, NTA News.
A notorious drug baron and former vice chairman of Lagos Island East Local Council Development Area, Kehinde Shakiru, has been arrested by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency at the Muritala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos. In a press release by the Director Media and Advocacy of NDLEA, the suspect was apprehended with 1 kilogram of cocaine concealed in 5 pairs of palm slippers packed in a suitcase while trying to board a Virgin Atlantic airline flight to London at the Lagos airport. He has been on the wanted list of the MMIA command of the agency in connection to a case involving one Aziz Ibrahim, who was arrested with 6.45 kg of cocaine in December 2020. The chairman of NDLEA, Brigadier General Buba Mawa, however, urged those still engaging in drug trafficking to desist from such acts or face the wrath of the law. And talking sports, as the delayed Tokyo 2020 Olympics game draw nearer, correspondent Clement Oloruntoba examines Nigeria's efforts at securing more slots for the competition.
With less than 3 months to the start of the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, many nations, including Nigeria, are on the verge of securing qualification in various disciplines through some international competitions across the globe. Having picked tickets in taekwondo, wrestling, basketball, para-powerlifting, gymnastics, badminton, boxing, rowing, and canoeing, Nigeria turned attention to some athletics events and para-athletics. As we speak, a Nigeria contingent is in Northwell, Switzerland for their final qualifiers.
We built subs and slots from Tunisia, and while we are here in Northwest Switzerland, I'm sure we get more slots, more Olympic slots. And at the end of the day, we'll be back on the 18th of May this month. And at the end of the day, I'm sure that the country will be happy, and the minister will also be happy for our efforts, because we received all this necessary support we have from the minister and the ministry, and we are so happy. Now it's left for the athletes to do their best.
Recall that Minister of Youth and Sports Development Sunday Dare on May 3, 2021 visited Nigeria's relay team at their camp in Abuja. The team is currently in Texas for qualifiers, having arrived on May 9.
For some of the relays, we have 4-5 slots left from 2 now. We have 4-5. Some we have 3. So the chances are brightening. There are chances, and we're going to fight for every available slot to be on the relay teams.
The death has been announced of a Juju maestro in Ikenne, Ogun State, the late Chief Solomon Olubi Taiwo, alias Expensive Olubi, who passed on at the age of 88. In a statement signed by one of the deceased children, Taiwo Adeniyi of the Nigerian Television Authority Lagos Network Center, his final journey began Wednesday, May the 12th in Lagos State, with a lying estate held at Topaz Street, Ijesha-Tedo, Surulere. Christian wake in honor of the departed is holding on Thursday, May the 13th, at his residence opposite Recreation Center, Ikeneremo, Ogun State, by 4:30 p.m. Funeral service will hold Friday, May the 14th, at the All Saints Anglican Church, Ikeneremo, at 9 in the morning, followed by interment. Adeniyi added in a statement that guests will be received for entertainment at Ikenne Recreation Center, Ikeneremo, Ogun State. I will say may his gentle soul rest in peace. And that wraps up Channel 12 News. Thank you for watching. I'm Idarasit Adedoku. Bye for now.